Hey everybody, it's Maureen from the Speech Bubble SLP. I just wanted to kind of start things off, let everybody get a chance to get in. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. This is my first week off of school. We finished last Friday. Well, not last Friday, but it's a Friday we just had. So I'm going around my house and trying to make it look livable again, since that did not happen the past few weeks of school. But it's been rainy today, so that's helped a lot. Haven't had the motivation to go outside. So I'll let everybody jump in. If anyone's on summer vacation yet, feel free to send some hearts out to those who are still plugging away for the next few days, hopefully, and not a few weeks. Alright, hopefully everybody's having a good day too. Alright, I'm going to just flip the camera around, so hold tight for a second. Hi! So I'm coming to you live from my living room, because right now it's the most comfortable chair that I can actually get out of. I am almost, about 8 months pregnant, so right now anything that can give me a boost to get out of it, I'm a big fan. So hence my chair of choice today. So today I wanted to share with you how you can bring summer books to life when it comes to speech. So it's summer, and if you're doing summer therapy, or if you're one of those few SLPs who still has a few weeks to kind of get going before your end of the year kicks in and you want to start to transition the theme over to summer, here are some ideas, some suggestions that you can hopefully transition quickly into your speech room. So first things first, find summer books. These, when I think summer themes that come, private practice all year long, well, hopefully these can bring some new summer fun themed activities so it won't seem so long, and hopefully you can get a vacation in too. So when I think summer, I kind of think of like the 3 B's, so like bugs, barbecue, and beach. So those are the books that I tend to gravitate towards when it comes to summer activities and summer books. So we'll talk about bug books first. Tons and tons and tons of bug books. So you can, if you have younger kids, you can use, The Very Quiet Cricket, or The Very Grouchy Ladybug, Hungry Hungry Caterpillar. Eric Carle has a whole bunch. Even just popping in and asking your school librarian, or if you're private practice, popping to your local library. So when you get to the bugs section, you can work on, obviously most of them will have lots of pictures. Go through and have the kids categorize the different bugs. They can do it by color that they are in the book. They can do it by who has wings and who doesn't. They can categorize by even where they live, because we know, worms and other bugs will live in the ground. Then we have bees and other bugs that will live in the trees. So there's lots of different ways that you can talk about grouping them, and it's a great way to bring in summer vocabulary as well about all the different insects that they're going to see. So from there, what I like to do is kind of take it a step farther. So if the kids have, sorry, this piece of hair is just driving me nuts. So if you're reading your bug book and the kids are into it, you've sorted, you've categorized, you've described all your bugs, is another great way to bring in language skills too. You can go on Pinterest, and they have tons and tons of really cute ideas of how to make your own little bug houses. Usually these consist of like empty peanut butter jars, and you poke some holes in the top. Something along those lines. But I saw a really good one the other day of a little baby food jar or a mason jar. And if you're familiar with mason jars, you know that the lids are 2 parts. There's the seal, and then there's the actual twist-on cap. So instead of putting the seal on, you would use something like cheesecloth or something really thin piece of fabric, and you would twist that on instead of the cap part. And then you have your own little bug house. The kids can go outside then. You can look for bugs, and then you can talk about, where did you find them? Bringing in WH questions. Okay, on to barbecues. So There are lots of books about barbecues. They tend to also have a 4th of July theme, so you can kind of overlap some too. So when it comes to barbecue books, of course, this is a great way to introduce food topics. So, you know, you can sort into what would be like a main dish, so like hamburgers, hot dogs, ribs, and what's a side dish, what's a dessert, things that they're probably going to encounter this summer too, which again I love because it makes it applicable. So, and then you can bridge the gap over for 4th of July books. And then you talk about fireworks, what 4th of July is, lots of different ways to kind of bring all of that together. And then beach. So a lot of kids, a lot of families in the summer will take trips to the beach or to the pool. So beach or pool, kind of whatever you can find that you think would be great for the kids that you work with. But again, it's a great way to work on vocabulary like, you know, sand, ocean, what lives in the ocean. You can describe different sea animals. You can work on synonyms for the types of weather or for different textures. Also, they're going to come across at the ocean. How sand can be rough, but the water is wet. How seaweed is slimy. I'm one of those people that would react the same way that if seaweed touched me as if I came in contact with a shark, I'd just be a bloody murder scream either way. So you can kind of bring those in as well. Now, after you're done targeting, you know, your language or articulation skills with those books, what a couple fun activities to do to bring it full circle would be, if you've heard of kinetic sand, it's really, really cool. It's kind of like if Play-Doh and sand had a baby. So it's moldable sand, but it has the sand texture, but it stays in the shape that you leave it in. If you get some of the clear chocolate trays, or not chocolate trays, but chocolate mold, candy mold trays from like Michael's or Hobby Lobby, they have tons of different styles and usually have some type of sea animal type style. I found some that were starfish and sharks and dolphins the other day, $1.99. They can take the kinetic sand, press it into the mold, and then they can have a bunch of different sea animals. You can make, if you are allowed to use food, that's another issue, so make sure you get the okay if you aren't sure. What I always looked like a fun idea is the blue Jello Ocean in a cup. So you would get like the wild berry blue Jello. You know, they can mix the Jello depending on your setting if you have access to something to heat up water at, like a microwave. And then they get Swedish fish, and you can put a Swedish fish in the bottom and a little whipped cream on top to be, you know, the foam of the ocean, and then the kids get to eat it. But you can go through all of those steps. Oh my gosh, so everyone loves the Jello idea. I love it too, but I'm not allowed to use food in my setting, so I've never done it. But if you get to do it, please share a picture and tag me in it because I would love to see it. But yeah, so that would be a really fun one, and the kids can do it step by step. There you're working on sequencing, describing. You can have them talk through it, so developing some narrative language, retelling. It's like, okay, go tell mom and dad what we just made. And then, of course, they have a tasty treat probably the next time because the Jello would have to set. So it's a great way to go through those books and then pulling out those activities or specific themes and then making them more interactive. So you could use one book and use it for 1 to 2 weeks, pulling out different activities, and then it's still going back. It gives them a point of reference. So if they get stuck and they're not remembering that vocabulary about the bugs, you can open up the book outside while you're hunting around. Oh, remember, this one had wings, or this one had, 8 legs or 6 legs. So they can go back and have a point of reference, which we know for a lot of our kids is really hard to do. So I do have a couple of summer book suggestions up on my blog. I'll post that link on my Facebook page just so you have a little quick access to it. But it just has about 3 or 4 suggestions. One of them is also a camping book. Camping books are great for summer, but it can give you a jumping off point if you're not sure about which books to look at for your therapy sessions first. So like I said, I'll post that on my Facebook page, and it's also on my blog if you just do a quick search for summer book. Pregnancy brain's kicking in. So, I know I kind of rattled off a lot of activities really quickly. Did anybody have any questions or suggestions, or do you guys do something fun with summer books that you wanted everyone else to see or share? Oh, thank you very much. Like I said, if you do the ocean in a cup with the Swedish fish, tag me in it. So you could just do like at the Speech Bubble SLP, because I'd love to see it done, because like I said, I can't use food in my setting, so I would love to see somebody else try it and see how it turned out. But yeah, so I hope everybody's having a good summer vacation, or hopefully yours is starting very soon, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.